Steph Curry's team with their backs against the wall, down 2-1, and Game 4 is around the corner on ABC.
Curry to Green. Back to Curry. Step back, three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6.
Hello, everybody. The Warriors took care of business stealing Game 4. A lot of on-ball Steph Curry and lots of excellent work done by the rest of the Warriors. The Celtics threw a lot of different defenses at Steph. Jordan Poole calls our favorite play Fist, which I like to call the Klay play because Klay used to be the only one running it. The Klay play always starts with pin down. Here, Steph is setting a screen for Klay, who's going to come up, and then he's going to screen. In the meantime, Steph, who set this pin down, is going to come out and get this pin in. There's life and death struggle here between Marcus Smart and Steph Curry. Steph is trying to make it to use the screen, and Marcus Smart is getting between Steph and the screen and top locking him and wrestling him. So Poole says, all right, we tried that part. Let's go to the side that Marcus Smart is not on. And now it's 12 on the shot clock. And Klay says, well, heck, I'll just do this. Pretty clever little play. Klay drives and creates space by pivoting backwards.
For the Cavs, help Steph Curry and give him a chance.
And I want to see less turnovers for both teams.
Klay Thompson back in the game, makes his drive on White, stops, turns, shoots, and scores. Klay Thompson.
Ball to the high post or delay spot, and Marcus Smart looks like he's setting one of these wide screens for Jayson Tatum. Wiggins tries to fight Tatum, make it not easy to go around the screen, and Tatum just straight backdoors him. He's completely open, but Klay, thankfully, notices this is happening, and he makes a beautiful rotation. That's just gorgeous. That saved a dunk, and in fact, he makes this really beautiful contest. Little bit of leg contact there, but this kind of floppy selling it. He and a number of the other Celtics are very eager to go to the floor to show their total commitment to say that they got fouled. And so he's going to not only hit the deck here, but he's going to get some nice slide action going for extra drama. Oh, that's good form. He got both of his arms up. That's pretty nice. And his legs out. So that definitely got points for artistic merit, but also put him into the crowd. And now the Warriors have, of course, a 5-on-4.
Tatum cuts away, layup, missed it. Thompson with excellent.
Celtics do a good job getting back, and Jordan Poole tries to Euro step, and Derrick White is not going for it, and Andrew Wiggins wanders in here uncovered, which is a little surprising because even though it was a 5-on-4, Kevon Looney still hasn't made his appearance on this side of the court. But anyway, nice little handoff to Wiggins. Derrick White trying to slide in to take a charge, and he propels himself backwards along the ground for extra artistic merit. Good for method acting, but not good for being in position to get this rebound when it comes right back. And Wiggins and Jaylen Brown just go up for this 50-50 ball. Huge hustle from Wiggins. Derrick White, again, going for best supporting actor instead of fighting for this rebound.
Defense. Although Udoka thought it should have been a foul. Wiggins side. His shot won't fight for the rebound. Wiggins gets it back and lays it up and in. Then it's a 1-point.
The Celtics run their version of a split cut. They feed Tatum in the post. Marcus Smart, thumb saying use my screen, but then he decides to backdoor Steph because Steph is trying to decide when he should swoop in and swipe this ball. Great cut and great little pocket pass. Kevon Looney not falling asleep on this with a tremendous rotation and just hanging his arm like the sword of Damocles over Marcus Smart. Uneasy lies the head of the flopper. And Smart tries to throw this up real quick, but Looney blocks it twice, 3 times in the same play. The ball squirts out to Jayson Tatum. Klay closing in to try to contest this. Klay goes up nicely, and Tatum amazingly bails out in the middle of this shot and kind of shot puts it over to Jaylen Brown, but somehow Marcus Smart happens to be there. And Smart says, I gotta shoot this. Sometimes great defense is not rewarded.
Pushed him into that. Smart to Tatum. Inside, beautiful pass to Smart. Looney right there to defend it. Tatum gets it back. Shot clock winding down. Smart a 3. Oh, he puts it in!
Quick pick and roll, which gets Robert Williams having to contain Jordan Poole. Robert Williams is such a good defender that he's able to stay close enough to Poole to threaten to block his shot, but also just far enough back that Poole can't just go right by him. And even if Poole did, then Robert Williams is just really good at blocking from behind, so Poole just can't get anywhere with him. So after all the pyrotechnics, Poole says, all right, let's just give it to Steph. And he spaces out. Steph with a little point saying, come set a screen for me. So here comes Looney. So Steph's going to take a turn picking on Robert Williams. Looney's set the screen this way so Steph can go to the left. Steph with the nice little side step to get some space here, but Jayson Tatum didn't give up on the play and was locked and trailing Steph the entire way. Now there are two people on Steph. Looney tries to cut through to release some of this pressure, and Poole steps out, forcing Derrick White to choose who to defend. Poole nice attacking the closeout, and Looney here is trying to do a Gortat inside screen where he screens his own man so Poole can go right to the basket without Robert Williams coming over to block the shot. So Poole with the high floater, it almost gets it to go. On the backside, Andrew Wiggins did not give up on the play. He went straight into the basket to fight for this rebound, so now it's him and Marcus Smart going for this 50-50 ball. It does take a funny little extra bounce, which confuses Smart, and Wiggins gets it, and a little putback.
The shot clock expires. Curry picks up his dribble back to Poole. Jordan Poole on the drive. Scoop layup, can't get it. But Wiggins there on the follow.
Jaylen Brown is seeing Klay inviting him desperately to drive this way. He says, what's the matter with my left hand? Starting in game 2, the Warriors started trying to swipe down and attack the dribble of the Celtics. And he misses on the swipe down, but it's distracting enough that Brown has a tough time with this runner.
And seal out your defense by securing the rebound.
And the same thing at this end. That second shot led to the made bucket as Brown misses a tough one.
Steph attacks early, but the Celtics form a little wall to stop Steph Curry from getting anywhere close to the basket. Steph says, can I make Robert Williams switch to me? So he drives towards these guys. So Jaylen Brown stays with Steph. Jayson Tatum staying with Steph. We've got Shining Twins defense activated. No switches here. Robert Williams playing goalie in case Steph somehow gets through. Kevon Looney cuts through to try to get Robert Williams to drop back and stay with him. Boston still has 2 on the ball. And Klay Thompson has finally entered the chat, and Steph with a little pass over.
Curry brings it up. Curry looking for that opening. Sees Thompson. Thompson fires a 3. Bang! Klay Thompson from downtown.
The ball getting swung around through Robert Williams, but Kevon Looney gets right in his face. It's a maximum violation of personal boundaries. And Kevon Looney is whacking Williams with his belly button. And that means, even though this is going to be a good screen, Williams is going to be under a lot of pressure and can't just get a very clean pass off. And so he ends up flicking it, and it's going to be a little bit to the side, so Jaylen Brown can't catch it cleanly. And Wiggins does come at him with ferocity, and in the end it was just enough to throw off Brown.
6 3-pointers for Curry, 4 3-pointers for Thompson. Jaylen Brown looks to answer.
Kevon Looney has become a pretty sly screener. He's running across, and it looks like he wants to set the screen on this side of Smart, which sends Steph this direction. And so Smart starts angling to try to keep Steph from using this screen. So Kevon says, well, I don't have to screen you in that direction. So he re-screens the flat screen on Smart. Bang. Williams does a good job getting close enough to deter Steph from shooting this. I think Robert Williams is one of the leading 3-point shot blockers. He's pretty incredible. So Steph doesn't want to fire it in his face, and that gives Marcus Smart enough time to fight his way through the screen. Steph unfortunately picks up his dribble, so Smart does him a favor by whacking the ball out of his hands, and now Steph is on an adventure to try to get Looney screening Marcus Smart again. So he does a great job of keeping Steph away from the screen. And it finally all comes to a head when Looney sets another flat screen, and then Smart is just going to trip over Looney's left foot, which definitely gives Steph the space he needs. And so now Robert Williams has to properly switch on to Steph. And Marcus Smart, not happy with that unintentional trip, He's looking around for a referee, I believe. Looney cuts to make sure that Marcus Smart will follow him. So now Steph has maximum alone time with Robert Williams. I don't exactly know why Williams is shading Steph like this to force him into the middle. Like, maybe it's to force him into help, but kind of weird because that means Steph walks around him like a traffic cone. And now he's in a soft spot in the defense, and he just casually throws in a soft running floater from the elbow.
Rebounds in the game to go with 33 points. Curry fakes. Smart nearly takes it away. And Curry will bring it back out. Smart harassing. Curry now has Williams on him, looking to unload it. Flips it up. Shot is good. Steph Curry dancing, prancing, and puts it in.
Steve Kerr doesn't usually like to do a offense and defense lineup substitution plan, but here, after the timeout, he got Draymond Green in, substituting for Poole. This play is a handoff. Tatum curling around, gets the handoff from White, and now Tatum instantly screening Wiggins. Wiggins fights over the screen. Draymond steps in to prevent Tatum from getting all the way to the basket. Kick out to Jaylen Brown, who Draymond had left. Jaylen Brown drives, and Wiggins steps up to help Draymond, but that means Tatum is semi-free on the perimeter. This is a pretty quick closeout by Wiggins. I don't know, I guess this is a little bit open, but feels like the Celtics could have gotten a better shot than this. Tatum's going to go up, and Wiggins with a pretty nice contest, and that was not even close.
Remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tatum to Brown. Brown fakes. Up top to Tatum. A straight on three. Draymond Green, who just checked back in, gets the rebound.
And so right away, the Warriors call timeout. They take Draymond out and they substitute Poole back in. Okay, Warriors are going to pick on Al Horford again. Here comes a screen. The last couple of times Horford and Smart were defending Steph in the pick and roll, they both ended up trapping him. But this time, Boston does something clever. They just straight switch. So Smart's on Looney now, and Horford just says, I accept the switch. Let's do this. So Steph, with some clinical play, keeps on attacking the top foot. So whatever foot is top on the defender by human biomechanic, that means they're facing this way. So Steph is going to always try to drive the opposite direction. So Horford here has to overcommit, and now his top foot is over here, and he's facing this way. So Steph immediately reverses direction, and now he's actually gotten around Horford. Horford is hanging tough, but the biggest thing that happens is Marcus Smart is sitting in the middle of the lane, and he rotates to stop Steph's drive. So it's not like Horford just locked up Steph one-on-one. This is good defense, but there's 4 on the shot clock, so he goes for this step back.
The game takes out Draymond Green for offensive purposes.
I can't wait for the podcast tonight.
Curry picked up by Horford. Curry one-on-one with Horford, off the bounce, falling away, a two-pointer, comes up short. That's some terrific defense from Horford.
We've got Draymond guarding Jaylen Brown, which is the matchup the Warriors like and the Celtics do not like. So Smart dribbles over and turns this into a dribble handoff into a screen, which forces Klay to switch on to Jaylen Brown. Here's White setting a screen to try to force Steph to switch on to Jaylen Brown. But Klay says, nah, I'm going to fight through this. Steph does a good job pushing into the screen so that Klay has enough room to sneak by under the screen without being too far away from Jaylen Brown. Klay happy, he's forcing Jaylen Brown left. Draymond Green has helped all the way off of the corner. Brown with a good read, kick out to the corner. This is a very open three for Marcus Smart, 33% three-point shooter.
They've switched out Horford a lot this year. Very effective on that possession.
That's the 14th foul on Golden State. Next one, the penalty. Thompson guarding Brown. Brown on the drive, gets in the paint, kicks it out. Smart, corner three.
Boston keeps on switching up its defense on Steph. Looney coming up to set the screen to bring Horford into it. 2 times ago, they trapped. 1 time ago, they switched and had a goalie behind Horford. This time, Looney decided he'd rather screen on this side of Tatum. So he gets pretty solid contact on Tatum. So Horford has to step up to deter Steph from pulling up. Steph again attacking the top foot of Horford. But unfortunately for him, Tatum is right here to help out. And Tatum with a full body attempt to grab this ball. Now we have 2 people very aggressively grabbing at Steph. So Steph hits the eject button to Looney. Unfortunately for him, Marcus Smart comes up with a really nice defensive play, contains him, pokes the ball away, and forces a jump ball. In their counterattack, Draymond had to cross-match onto Marcus Smart. The Warriors are not afraid of Marcus Smart shooting, so Draymond just says, all right, you guys just zone him up. I'm going to be goalie for Jaylen Brown here. Draymond has just freelanced all the way to the middle of the lane, so there's just nowhere for Brown to go, even if he beats Klay off the dribble. Brown tries again. Brown has to hit the eject button to Al Horford. Marcus Smart does a decent job of boxing out Draymond, but as the Celtics tend to do, he goes down to the ground to force this referee here to make a call. And Draymond's trying to say, all right, look, we got tangled up. That's life. That's not a foul. And the ref doesn't blow the whistle. So he says, I'm out of here. And Draymond just bolts down court.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining here in game 4. Thompson pressure on Brown, trying to stay in front. Brown pulls back. Brown drives again. Horford a straight on 3. They've had some good looks, but the threes won't go down as Curry comes the other way.
He's got a step on Marcus Smart, and so Marcus Smart is yelling that he needs someone to pick up Draymond. Steph, with this nice feed to Draymond, still going down the middle. Still nobody is rotated to Draymond. Finally, Horford is the one who picks up Draymond. Looney with a little pin-in screen to set up Wiggins. Draymond thinks, I'm going to throw it there. Marcus Smart, he's Defensive Player of the Year, so he definitely wants to snipe this passing lane, and Draymond thinks the better of it. So now it looks like the whole threat has been defused, right? But now Draymond is in the middle of the defense, so Steph can cut while Derrick White is trying to figure out where the ball is. So Steph goes, White reacts pretty fast, he stays with Steph, but he has to obey the laws of physics, and he overshoots by half a step, and Steph says, hey, let's do this.
They've had some good looks, but the threes won't go down as Curry comes the other way. Curry to Green. Back to Curry. Step back, three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the 3. That's a 6.
Boston Warriors up 6. You say why? How? I say Steph Curry with the shot.
Here's the beautiful back cut. White places pretty well, and he even gets his fingers in Steph's eyes. The old Shane Battier against Kobe Bryant defense. Alright, so what kind of defense will Boston pull out now? Wiggins coming to screen off Smart, and Smart is going to point, saying, avenge me, brother. Derrick White, you switch to Steph. So Boston's just switching everything at this point. And Steph, interestingly, does not try to get Horford up in the pick and roll or anything like that. Steph is about to shoot this fadeaway when, to his surprise, Jayson Tatum has come up for a Shining Twins trap. And Steph throws a pretty wild one-handed fling between these two guys. He just wraps it around Tatum. That's amazing. 2 on Steph. Here there is a 4 on 3. Draymond drives hard. The way this kind of play usually goes is that Horford has to help to stop Draymond, and then Draymond will just dish it to Looney for a dunk, right? But Marcus Smart is on this, and he's yelling at Horford to switch, and then he's going to peel off and guard Looney because Smart stepped in. That means on the backside here, we've got Jaylen Brown guarding Klay and Wiggins, and Klay here has a helpful suggestion, pointing at Wiggins, saying, pass it over there. Here's the closeout. Quick rotation from Wiggins, and this is pretty open shot for Klay. The Warriors do a good job fighting for this rebound. Draymond, huge game-saving offensive rebound.
Curry against Derrick White, pulls back, double team to Draymond Green, up top Wiggins. Klay Thompson a 3. Draymond Green a big offensive rebound.
The Celtics are definitely trying to mix up their defense and confuse Steph. Last time they just cleanly switched. A couple times ago they trapped. And here they go full Shining Twins on Steph. We want to play with you forever and ever and ever. And Steph throws one of these terrifying, delicate passes over the trap. If Draymond goes fast, there's a 4 on 3 here. Smart never wants to leave Klay. Brown doesn't want to leave Wiggins. That means Horford has to decide who to cover. And this doesn't look like a lot of space, but he dishes it over to Looney. I think Looney just surprised him by going out for the quick layup.
Curry double, floats it into Green again. Green to Looney. Looney layup, he banks it home. Kevon Looney with a big bucket.
And here's Boston's last gasp. Klay guarding Brown very hard. He wants to prevent Jaylen Brown from coming up and getting a dribble handoff. So Brown cuts backdoor. Not a bad play. Wiggins coming to contest it. Klay keeps on shading over to try to keep Brown from spinning and dribbling with his strong right hand. Out of bounds.
They were able to get Green in the pocket where he's at his best.
Brown goes backdoor. Mishandles it. Lost it out of bounds.
Well, this is almost ball game, but if the Celtics can stop the Warriors once, full court pressure, Jaylen Brown gets right in Steph's face. This looks like incidental contact to me, but Brown turns it into a federal case by stumbling all the way to the ground. The referee is looking right at him, not convinced. Brown never got into proper position. Steph is a quarter step ahead of him, so he hits the afterburners, and Horford has to rotate to stop this drive, and Steph goes in hard, gets the foul call.
He took him out here, up 5 with 50-some seconds to go.
Curry drive down a lane, the glass won't go, but a foul.
So, huge comeback for the Warriors in the fourth quarter. Good defense, good scrappy rebounding. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Not an overly talented group, and he has just been magnificent.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
30.
The performance overall has been spectacular.
34 in game 1, then 29, 31 in game 3, and a 40-point game here in the most important game so far in the series to even this thing up. In a game they trailed, the building was erupting, a hostile crowd, and Golden State again showing their championship pedigree.
This is, to me, one of the best Warrior wins that I can remember. Draymond Green, ineffective. Klay Thompson, until the fourth, really not having a big night.
Back to Curry, step back, three-pointer, bang! Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston.
Quick celebration audit. We got Jordan with nice orthodox OK threes. Kaminga looks kind of worried with a little fist pump. James Wiseman throwing up the "you're number one." Good stuff. Toscano-Anderson down here showing off his seated OK threes. My guy, Bielitsa, I can't tell whether this is like a I'm holding my head out of stress or, hey man, do I look like Fabio? Yes, I look like Fabio. Honestly, Moody looks so pumped up. He looks like he wants to fight somebody. More lip reading. He says, bam, bam, pistachio. Yeah, pistachios contain lots of good amino acids. Pretty tasty things, especially if you can get Turkish or Iranian pistachios. That stuff's good. Steph showing some good taste. Healthy eating too.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you didn't enjoy this video, I promise I'll do better next time.